What is up, everybody? My name is Brian, and you're listening to the Meek Marketing Podcast, where we show business owners the basics of paid social traffic. And in today's episode, we are going to be going over campaign objective setup. We're going to talk about creating your first Facebook ads campaign. And let's get into it. Let me share my screen here. Let's get into our business manager. Let's go into the podcast since that's what we've been working on. I need to turn this off because I can't keep hearing an echo. I'll figure that out later. So, as we get in here, we are going to open up our ad account for your specific Facebook Ads Manager. As you can see, we have nothing in here right now. And that's okay because we're going to start all of this stuff. Does your business Meek Marketing Podcast? No, we don't focus on politics. Campaign budget optimization. We'll talk about that later. So we're just going to create a new ad. Now, there's a couple different ways you can do this. There's like a power editor. I don't like to use power editor. I just like to use this basic editor here. You just click create. Let's just test campaign. And then that's your campaign name. So each campaign that you have, that you start, has 3 different levels. It has your campaign level, which is the top, which is basically what your objective is. What are you trying to do? It has your ad set level, which we will go over ad set tomorrow. And then it has your ad level. And we will go over ad on Thursday. So today we're going to just strictly stick with this right here. We're going to talk about here, let's switch to the guided creation just so you guys can kind of see what's going on here. So as you can tell, you have this is your campaign objective area here. You have a bunch of different campaign objectives you can choose. Now, depending on what you're trying to do, you have to make sure that you're choosing the right objective. So what does that mean? Well, each campaign has its own level of necessity, right? Or what you're trying to accomplish. So for some people, it's just trying to create brand awareness or reach more people with their specific ad or their specific post. Now, I use brand awareness when I'm first starting, a business, or if I'm just starting out with a new business that hasn't really established itself yet, doesn't have a lot of social proof yet. We use a lot of brand awareness things to just kind of get the ads out there, get some social proof, test some of the ad sets, test some of the things that we're trying to find out where the customers are at. But for the most part, you're going to be sticking in the traffic area or your conversion area, your consideration or conversion here. So what are each one of these? So brand awareness is, just trying to create brand awareness. It's putting it out there. Now, if you go into this little eye, it'll just, it'll tell you the little info thing. It'll tell you it's trying to increase awareness of your brand by reaching people who are likely to be interested in it. Your reach is just trying to get your ad to the most number of people. Doesn't matter what their interests are. If you're selling like a really not low end, but like a cheaper product or like a free plus shipping type of item, reach is a decent one to use. Or if you're just trying to get a post out there, you're just trying to be like an influencer and you want to increase your posts, you want to do reach or brand awareness. Those are the 2 you want to do. You really start with brand awareness. Right now, with one of the e-commerce companies I'm working with, we're doing a lot of brand awareness posts right now because we're trying to just create traffic and get awareness around the brand. So, but for the most part, I usually typically stick with traffic. Video views are the 2 that I use the most in the consideration. Messages here, we do deeper in the funnel. We'll talk about that later on and talk about like great messaging, automation tools and things like that. Lead generation ads, I don't use a ton of, but if I'm trying to create leads, this is a great place to go to. I like to use lead generation ads if it's like you're just trying to capture somebody's email address and phone number. The nice thing about lead generation ads in Facebook is whatever that person's information is already in Facebook, it's going to automatically pop up. Now that can scare some people away, especially in the older demographics, because what will happen is, a lot of people will see, well, like, oh, how did my information automatically show up? I didn't even type it in, and they'll kind of click back out away from it. But it works really well with like realtors or any type of home services, like roofing or solar would be really good for lead generation. And then I use video views quite a bit, especially with one of my clients, because really we own the market for that specific client, and we just want to get people to watch the videos. It's not really about anything other than education and entertainment for them, and so we want people to watch the videos, and so we use video views. App installs I've never really used. Engagement I use when I'm trying to get people to like a post or share a post or something like that. But for the most part, we use traffic. Conversions is when we start talking about e-commerce, or we start talking about actual lead generation that's not using this specific lead generation one. But if you're trying to get people to accomplish a goal, do something other than just go to your website, you're trying to get them to buy something, add something to the cart, you're trying to get them to fill out a form, you're trying to get them to become a lead or a purchaser, basically, are the two things that you're really looking at. You're going to use conversions because it's going to find the people in your ad sets that are most likely to convert into that specific thing that you're looking for them to do. And then catalog sales is something that I use for e-commerce a lot when it comes to like deeper in the funnel, similar to messaging. Really what happens here, with the great thing about catalog sales, is once you upload a catalog into Facebook through like your Shopify store, right? What happens is if somebody clicks on a specific product, you can create an ad that says, hey, you really like this product. Why don't you come back and make a purchase? And then it'll show them that specific product. So it's really great for drop shipping. It's really great for like clothing stores. One of my clients has a clothing line, and it's really great to re-show people that retarget people with the item that they actually specifically clicked on. Store traffic isn't something I've used a lot of, but one of my clients has multiple stores, and we're actually working on this here in the next couple of months. We're going to be doing some store traffic stuff because traffic is getting pretty intense for them, as far as like really great, and we want to just kind of segment that out. So let me just pop in here. Oh, hey babe, you're on. How come my video says that it's frozen? That's not good. Well, it is what it is. All right, let's see here. I guess I never transitioned. Well, we'll go back into it here. Here is your campaign objectives again. You've got brand awareness here on the left-hand side, reach, traffic, engagement, app installs, video views, lead generation, messages. These are your considerations, conversions, catalog sales, and store traffic. Now, for the most part, what we're going to do, we're going to use traffic. The reason why we're going to use traffic is we're going to just really be trying to send people to that specific website or whatever we're trying to do. For this purpose, as far as the podcast goes, maybe we're trying to send them to, the podcast website so they can get the actual, they can get the actual podcast, that specific podcast. So let's say I put this one out there. So once we choose our objective, we'll go back to it. Let's say we want to do traffic. It's going to automatically go to, we already created the ad account. We're good there. It's going to automatically go to your ad set. So again, we'll talk about this tomorrow, but your campaign objectives are super important because, there's a little thing here, help choosing an objective. Again, if you're in e-commerce or you're trying to create lead generation, conversions is great, traffic's great. Those are the two main ones you want to use. Traffic and conversions are the basic ones that you want to use. So anyway, apparently my whole computer froze. We'll see. But I got the audio, so we're good there. Anyway, everybody have a great day. I got to get going. I got a bunch of stuff I got to get done. I'll talk to you guys later. Let me transition here. All right. Deuces.